Good evening.
Good evening, everybody.
Welcome to the Shizo. I am John, the Vision.
No, you're not.
I am John the Vision. No, I'm John the Venom, and I'm here with my lovely wife, Erin the Venom. It's been a day, y'all. Just bear with us. I'm John the Venom. This is my lovely wife, Erin the Vision, and we are doing our Venom and Vision podcast. And we start today with the show title, Do Men and Women Value Love Differently? And before we get into it, we start with a prayer, as we always do every week. We
You
lead the
leave,
prayer
you,
this week.
you just leave, please.
Dearly Father God, we thank you for this day. Father God, we come to you in prayer today, asking that the words we put out touch somebody's spirit. We pray for all of our followers and subscribers, and people that are just looking for a good word about relationships and marriages and moving forward and progressing with someone they find special, or how to become someone that someone wants to find special. We ask also that you continue to bless us and our families with everything that you have blessed us with and keep us out of harm's way, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. In the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. So we hope everybody is doing well. It's been a day today.
It's been a week as well.
Um, but we are here. We are here. We are trying to remain consistent with you guys and putting out the show and uh, just trying to show you that we really want to reach some people with our
Without
insight, with our
without
whatever
love
knowledge that we have,
and without love.
and that maybe we can gain some knowledge as well, not just about us. We don't know everything. We don't.
I don't know about you,
What?
but I do know everything.
We definitely don't know everything. So, without further ado, again, we are talking about do men and women value love differently. We are going to have some guests maybe coming in uh hopefully to share their input and give us some good information and insight on their opinions about the value of love.
Okay, so you started off. What makes you think that there are men or what?
Do I think men and women value love differently?
Yes.
Yes.
In what fashion?
Hmm. Well, I think that men and women are very they're very different species. Yes. I feel like as far as the value of love, women are going to be more of they're going to have a more of emotional approach, and men are going to I don't think I can say that men can be emotional too when it comes to love.
Mm-hmm.
Um the ultimate goal is the same, but I think how to reach the goals may be different.
Mhm.
That goal may be different.
So,
Um,
yes.
but the values, I can't say one is weaker than the other. Like the man just value is weaker than the female value of love. I can't say that. Nor vice versa. But there can be some differences in just how you ultimately reach that goal of, yes, this is the person that I want to be with
Let me ask
and be with forever.
let me ask you this. Do you think right now in where society is, do you think that people are really looking for someone to be with like that? And do does anybody value love like really right now? Do they know what it takes to really um define what love is? Because love is far more than the feeling. And there's a lot
Mhm,
of people that say, I don't want to give myself
mhm.
to someone and it may fall apart. Do you think that people value um love at all, period, right now?
It has definitely weakened over some time. And I think that comes from years of hurt, years of bad decisions, choosing the wrong person, uh, just loving at the wrong place at the wrong time.
We can put love in all the wrong places. We can put love. I mean, I'll be on these TikTok, I'll be in these TikTok streets and jumping in some of these
Forums,
yeah
live
forums,
forums.
these live forums, and there are a lot of men and women hurting. And in my opinion, there's a lot of women hurting as far as far more than men that I see. But there are some hurt men. You know what I mean? And you would tell in how they um, approach certain conversations, immediately denigrating and downplaying a woman's worth and things of that nature. And then there are women who do the same thing. They say, oh, well, all men are dogs anyway. They're not going to do anything. And all they're going to do is cheat on you, be the perfect woman. And when I hear that, that immediately lets me know there's some sort of lack of accountability right there on top. Because there is not one soul running around here perfect. And if you really think you are, you got like fucked up.
Mhm.
You know, and I don't think people I think people put the onus of the relationship on the other person is not to take accountability if it falls apart.
Mhm.
I don't think there are a lot of people who really want to take that. The accountability is heavy. Y'all will hear accountability throughout all of our podcasts because we are both trying to be more accountable in how we move, how we think, how we approach situations without trying to, point fingers back at each other. It doesn't always work. We have to remind ourselves, that this is the work part
Mhm.
of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm thinking that there are people who. All right, so let's do it this way. What do you think a woman values when being in love with a partner?
She values his
No, I'll tell you what, do it for the men. What do you think, from your perspective, what men value? Well, value, for the women.
What do I think men value
And when being in
in a
love,
woman?
yeah, and in being in a relationship and love.
I think that men value women who are loyal, um, who can hold their own, who look good, um, not necessarily materialistic or high maintenance. No, not, yeah. Um, those are some things.
And you forgot one thing, the most important thing. And they hawk to a spit on that thing. Yes. Hawk to a spit on that thing. We value that a lot. When you hawk to a spit on that thing. And what I think women value though is consistency, stability, being able to take their, shoes off, take their book bag off, take the wig off, and scratch the braids underneath it. You know, the relaxation in knowing um, he's putting them in a place of not having to worry about if the bills are getting paid out of survival mode. You know what I mean?
Mm,
I think women value not having to be in survival mode. And when you catch yourself a woman who can look to you and see your consistency and can see your your goal
mhm,
and see the stability you provide and the
mhm.
leadership you provide in that stability. It'll make it easier for them to follow because they see there's a stable your way has provided stability, has provided consistency. So it makes them
So you have to realize also love is it comes from the beginning, right? So as a child, you are either in you have a family
mhm,
and your parents either show you love or they don't.
mhm.
Or so it comes from childhood. So what did love look like to you growing up?
For me, love looked like survival. If you really want me to be honest. Um, Mother raised four sons and a daughter till she passed. She raised four sons to grown men. And in doing that, she did the best she could at teaching us how to maneuver. She gave us the codes to follow of the street, um, told us how to keep our word, honor our position. Though sometimes, we falter during, and, in some of those ways. Um, Love to me wasn't hugs and kisses all the time, pats on the back. It was the reality of life as a black man, the things you're gonna have to go through and how to maneuver through it. And Jay-Z said it best, it show you how to move in a room full of vultures. My mother definitely did that. And, you know, I'm not sure if it affected us all in the same way, but I think she'd be proud of her sons and her daughter. I think more so for Yada because she grew up son without her.
Mhm.
And
We're talking about you.
okay, well for me,
Like, how do you think that the love that uh, you experienced as a child, whether it was one way or another, how has it affected your relationships and who you are now as a man? Because that's really
yeah, that's definitely
something to consider.
absolutely. You know, so a question. If I'm honest, I think there's a portion of my life where I was constantly looking to be accepted, constantly looking to a woman to, you know, validate my goodness, validate me being able to be loved. But ultimately, that was that wasn't a good look. If you really want me to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't learn till much later on that looking for someone to validate you and looking for someone to make sure that you will make you feel like you're worthy of love only clips yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's bad news all the way around for that. I think that
So, mhm.
look,
Go ahead.
I think that there is a significant amount of things that I probably did miss, and it wasn't until I got older that I realized that I was trying to do anything to be accepted, to please someone, to look in my relationships to be favorable.
Mm-hmm.
So I would sometimes sacrifice what I really thought. And ultimately, I got stepped on and looked over and, things of that nature because I was too busy searching for acceptance rather than accepting myself.
Mm. How has your definition of love changed over time?
You got to answer the first question for yourself, too, before you answer the second question.
Mm.
So,
I was kind of trying to
not,
gel it all together.
oh, no, it's on you, man.
Mm.
I'm trying to smooth that over there.
Love for me, growing up, I was loved. I had a great child, a decent childhood. My mother told me she loved me every day. Like, um, she made me peanut butter and jelly sandwich. No, no, I'm just it was. I had a decent childhood. I was the only child for the first 8 years of my life, and then I got this little sister and little brother,
I was like, fuck both of
and then it was just like,
them.
you got to be a big sister now.
Mm,
But no, my mother, she took care of us as best she could as a single mother. And she always taught us the value of family by trying to keep us together. Um, and we are a very close knit family to this day.
mhm.
Uh, it was it was a good childhood. So the value of love was strong from the beginning. And
But how did it affect how you love now? That's the question.
The way that it hasn't.
Over the years,
Over the years, I love deeply. I do. I do. That I can say. Um, I guess in what I can say, how our marriage has been, the way that I show love is a little less emotional than you would like. Um, but it's just like if it could be in word form, it's I love you, damn it.
Mm.
And you better take it like that. I'm not I'm not like all the time.
I don't need it all the time.
I'm just saying that it's less of that
Mm.
and more of uh like how do you not know how do you not realize this? Like I just washed like your sock with my bare hands. Like hello, of course I love you. You know what I mean? It's an example.
Terrible example.
It's just an example. I can't
I was about to
really
say, I will
go
wash his
into.
sock with my bare hand too.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, you have done a lot of things that nobody has ever done, as far as like, oh my God, he loves me. I think he does. That I can say. That I can say. Yeah. But I love deeply. I love hard, and it's like I want you to see. I want you to see it, but it's like I can't always expect you to see it the way I see it
Because you
or
have
the
to,
way that I express it.
right? But see, when you're dealing with someone, you have to be able to express it in the way they need to be shown it,
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily by the way you wanted to show it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which you have grown into that.
Mm-hmm.
You still have your times
Mm-hmm.
where I have to
That I do.
where I have to put you in the figure 4 leg lock or the camel clutch, something of that nature. Old fashioned hucklebuck.
So men and women, let's see. There are of course different values for men and women, right? Do men feel love through respect?
We would much rather have respect over love
Mhm.
because, like, there's a certain thing with respect that, um, for men, it supersedes love
Mhm.
because you can tell somebody you love them and still shit on 'em. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
If you respect someone, you value their words, you value their presence, you value what they bring to the table. If you give a man respect, it shows him that you value him. You value his leadership. You value him as a man, his strength, whatever what he provides, other than just financial. Though financial is definitely a portion of um his provision and protection and things of that nature. Yeah, we definitely would much. If you ask 99, if you ask 100 men, 97 to 99, I'm gonna say respect over love.
Mhm. Has there ever been a time that you felt loved but still misunderstood?
Yes, yes.
Mm.
The whole first 6 years of our marriage.
That's it.
You know what I mean? And I think it had a lot to do with what we just were speaking of. How you wanted to show me the love that you thought I needed, as opposed to the way I actually needed it.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And
And I think because we just had this epiphany also, um, that it took us 10 years to get where we are, but we finally got here. So I was coming from a place of I need to feel safe. I need to feel secure if I'm going to be with you, and which I have expressed in many occasions that I did not feel those things. So it was just like, um, I felt like I was pouring more out of myself into into the relationship, into the marriage, and you were just able to stroll along as you wanted to. So we clashed.
I think there was a significant amount of uncommunicated expectations too.
Mm,
You know what I mean? That goes for both of us.
mm,
I think, and I think that's where a lot of people slide when it comes to love, or their value in love, is because you expect somebody to be able to read your mind,
mhm.
and be able to come up with these magical flights of fancy when they don't even know what it is you want, because more often than not you don't really know what you want. And that's for men and women. A lot of us need to get the fuck off of social media, and really sit with ourselves and become whole, and then we'll really be able to realize what it is that we value in love, as opposed to saying what someone else is supposed to be doing when they're in love with somebody. And it's often from people who don't even have anybody in the first place. It's madness.
This is definitely a topic that can make or break a relationship just because of the values that each person has. Um, hmm. So now what about women? Do you feel women feel love through emotional intimacy?
Yes. Yes, I do. I mean, women are emotional by nature. They're far more emotional than men are. In the sense of, they move a lot with their emotions.
Hmm.
And, with them moving in their emotions, sometimes it becomes a bad look if they aren't emotionally um, intelligent enough to be able to navigate not only their sensitivities but their partner sensitivities, when it comes to you know what they feel emotionally. You know, but if you can tap into her emotional side to where she's comfortable enough to let go of certain areas that she tries to keep hidden from people as not to be too vulnerable. You'll find yourself with the opportunity to really understand her emotionally and the things she's been through, and why she thinks the way she does, why she moves the way she does, where her hurt is, where her warm is, where her cold is, what her triggers are. You have to be able to tap into that. You have to be able emotionally in yourself to be able to, as a man, navigate her sensitivities and your own sensitivities, and take yourself out of it when you're listening to what it is she needs, or when she's being able to express herself um, emotionally. A lot of women nowadays, I don't believe they let their wall down enough for somebody to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You were, pretty famous for it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, ultimately that's what women do, feel loved when they can, you know, relieve their emotions and know that you're going to take care of it.
When they feel safe.
Yeah.
So here's something that can spark up some uh some debate tonight. Can someone feel unloved even if their partner thinks that they're doing everything right?
Okay. So I think we should try to bring somebody in, um, invite them on either through an email or something of that nature. Already hit allow.
I don't have that information. Okay.
I hit allow. So we'll see. If anybody want to join the show, uh, comment, like, and we'll send you the link to your Facebook Messenger. You can join the show as we about to debate this topic. What's the topic here?
Can someone feel unloved even if their partner thinks they're doing everything right?
There's a whole other place you can go with that. We're supposed to. I invited a few people. Nobody has come to the joint. Don't make me fuck one of y'all up in the nighttime. I'm sick of y'all asses. Well, while we waiting, I
Do you think that men are taught to suppress emotions and women are taught to expect emotional depth,
absolutely.
like to be deep feelers?
Absolutely. I sure do. And as men, I mean, as little boys, even our mothers taught us you're not supposed to cry, be a man, walk it off, those type of things. And you're not supposed to cry. Get up, dust yourself off, keep it pushing. Not supposed to have any emotions, things like that. Be on the block, our friends, our uncles, our fathers, and even our mothers have told us as little boys, boys don't cry, boys can't um, show emotions. You're not supposed to feel that way. And then nowadays, that men are trying to um, be more emotionally intelligent, and be able to express themselves. They get called sassy. You know what I mean? So, who even wants to try to be part of that? You know what I mean? A man get called sassy after he's expressing himself emotionally. You say you want an emotionally intelligent man, then he's emotionally intelligent enough to tell you that you hurt his feelings or something like that, or hold you accountable for something you might have said or did, then he becomes sassy.
Mm.
So yeah, a man has been so we recoil and find ourselves back into ourselves, and now we we've been trained to not show emotions and things of that nature, because either we're gonna be sassy, called sassy, or looked at as less than a man because we can do that.
Mhm.
And it makes it hard for us to grow. It stunts our growth as men.
Yeah, give me 1 second, y'all. We got somebody coming in just a second. This is my sister. Um,
So
so
what do you think? Do you think
as we're waiting, um, what do I think? Let me see. Hold on. Yes. Uh, yes. Men are taught to suppress emotions. Mainly, it's not like, well, yeah, because if they fall on the ground as a little boy and their mom or dad tells them, suck it up, you'll be all right. That's that's a that's a way you have to suppress that emotion. So from the beginning, yes. And then as you get older, you go through different situations in life, and you still have that in the back of your mind. Toughen up, suck it up, be a man.
you're not supposed to cry? You don't feel those emotions. You know how toxic that is to a man's growth, to your little boy's growth. It stunts it completely. 'Cause now he has no emotional roots.
Mhm.
He's nothing rooted in his emotions. So more often than not, emotionally, he doesn't even know where to go, how to get those emotions out of him, and it turns into anger, and it turns into to violence and aggression, because he was never allowed to be able to express his emotions. Oh no, you got to toughen up. Only punks cry, and things of that nature. And ultimately, it kills him emotionally, and it stunts his growth. And then the women that get a man that's emotionally unavailable fail to realize that their whole life has been they have been made into an unemotional or emotionless automaton,
Mhm.
and they don't understand why. Y'all bought this. Y'all did this to us.
Hey, girl.
Hi.
All right. We got Imani on the stage out here in Center. Welcome to the show.
Hi,
Uh,
guys.
yeah.
Doing
So what do you think as far as values and the difference between men and women valuing love?
Oh, I think it's different. I think it's very different. It shows up, but I think it also depends on the individual.
Mhm.
I see it like more of an energy thing. not really like the physical body. Because you can be like a masculine identifying woman, and your partner can be a lot more feminine in energy. I think it's the same thing like with gay couples. Like someone's masculine and someone's always going to be a little bit more feminine.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that plays a big role in it.
So our debate for tonight is, can someone feel unloved even if their partner thinks they're doing everything right? What do you think
Yeah,
about that?
of course, because we all love differently. I think like what is it? Love language. Everybody has a different love language. Some people they need validation. Some people it's touch. Like for me, I like presents. Like if I get presents and surprises, I feel like that's love to me.
Mm.
And it's not that all like materialistic.
Okay.
I realize that about myself. I do love a
So
present.
you like gifts.
Yeah, but that's also how my mom loved me. She always got me things.
So yeah, we were talking about that. Like as far as your childhood, it's the value of love stems from your childhood and how you were raised and how it affected you in your adult life. So how did you experience love growing up?
My mom always told me she loved me every single day. She would sing to me before I went to sleep. And she always got me like presents. She would give me surprises. Remember, my name is Imani, and she got me an Imani doll. She got me the American Girl doll.
Hey nephew.
And I noticed like I buy my son a lot, I do the same thing with him.
Yeah.
So we're on live. You're on YouTube.
Okay, go to bed.
But my mom told me she loved me a lot. She listened to me. She always validated me, always told me I was doing something like a good job.
Hmm.
And she used to always buy me presents, like good ones,
Yeah.
and jewelry.
She always had the best gifts. I can say
Yeah,
that.
that because that was her love language. Like she gave presents.
Hmm.
Like I really love jewelry. And I realized because when I turned 16, she got me my first pair of pearls. Every girl should have a pair of pearls at 16. Like raising me with those kind of values.
Yeah. So how has your value of love how has it changed over time?
What do you mean?
Like, do you bring the same kind of value that you were raised on? Do you bring it into your marriage?
Yeah.
So you buy him a lot of things.
No, he buys me a lot of things.
How do you express your love to him based on what you experienced growing up?
My husband is more so everybody loves differently,
Mhm.
by their love language. My husband, he needs validation. He also
Words
needs,
of affirmation.
yes, yes, he needs that. And when I say validation, I'm not saying it in a negative way.
No, because I get it. I need it to.
Yeah. He needs affirmation. If he's playing the game, for instance, if he's like on his PlayStation, his PS5, me
Mhm.
just paying attention and watching him game and being like, babe, you're so good. Or watching a movie. I don't like scary movies. He loves scary movies.
Yeah.
So, but because spending time is another way he needs love, or how I feel like he identifies love, I do it.
That's how it's supposed to go.
That's the side.
I'm not watching no what was it? Dairy with the clown. It
Oh, welcome
Oh,
to
and the
Jerry.
Welcome to
that
Dairy.
scared that movie always scared me as a kid. I actually fell into the sewer, and I remember thinking about it growing up in the 90s, and the potholes and the sewage was dangerous. So
I heard Tony Baker and um Kevin on stage talking about Welcome to Dairy, saying it was a good show. So
it
maybe I need
is
to check it out.
it is a good show. I would have never watched it though on my own
Mm.
because he loves Stephen King. I'll watch it with him.
I might have to check that out.
It's good.
Well, we might have to check out because you want to watch it too.
Yeah, what's up?
Also, there's another show I can't watch alone. I have to wait until you get home from work. to Watch it.
Why would you want?
Exactly.
Why would you want?
This like every show, every single show. Like I started watching Imperfect Woman, and now you like the show, so I can't watch it when you're not here.
But I like Kerry Washington anyway. But I don't like some of the roles she was playing because she's always she's been typecast in a few shows as the black whore for the white man that she wants to cheat with, and I'm not about that life.
Well,
Like,
she does play another another one of those in that show. That she does. But I like the show. So we have to catch up. We have to watch the fourth episode tonight.
so will it work out?
Tonight. Tonight. Oh, do we have any more guests coming in the
My
room?
friends are rat bastards,
Oh,
and I hope they all get corns on their pinky toes. I'm sick of you niggas.
oh. Mm.
I sent requests. Everybody said, "Yeah, I want to join. I want to be on the show." And I sent these Negroes the thing, the link, and more. So let's have a friendly debate. Y'all come up with something to debate with me that y'all think about men, and we'll go counterpoint. So I can battle both of y'all on myself. My man
No,
Bilal
you
let me
can't.
down. I'm sick of his black ass. When I see him in the streets, I'm gonna tie his shoes together. So I'm gonna do that.
So, man versus women, okay?
Yeah. Let's do it.
So let's see.
I
You got
think I think I heard you earlier say that women are more emotional men. I don't agree.
You don't agree that women are more emotional than men?
No, I think men are way more emotional. I think women can express our emotions outwardly, and I think a man will like repress it and it show up in other ways. But I think men are just as emotional, if not more, than we are.
Yeah, I never said women aren't. I think women move more in their emotions than men. Men were told young not to have any. So yeah, our emotions are suppressed, and it's bad news because once it does cause us to find ourselves in a position of um, confusion when we one don't know what we feel, two don't know how to express what we feel, and three don't know where to express or who to express it to. Because when a man nowadays is able to communicate his emotions, he gets called sassy. And then there's a plethora of people, men and women included, like tell little boys when they fall down, get up. You're not supposed to cry. Boys don't cry. You got to dust it off and walk it off. So it leaves him uh, in a place of being emotionally stunted. And then he gets with a woman, and he doesn't know how to express his emotional intelligence to her, and especially if she's not emotionally intelligent enough to receive it, and because she's been taught men don't cry and things of that nature. It makes him recoil. It makes him be like, nah, I don't want to be talking to her. And then there are some women who use his vulnerability against them when they get upset. Oh, that's why your daddy left you, and things of that nature. I've seen it on the social media every day. I've seen it in public, in the streets. Like I'm like, shit. I understand why men click off, or why they don't say much, or are emotionally stunted, because there's nowhere for them to put those emotions. There's nowhere for them to go. There's nowhere for them to grow. Women, on the other hand, if they are emotionally stunted, they lead with disrespect and calling him out his name, or calling him gay, or calling him bitch ass nigga, and shit of that nature, because they don't know how to sit in their emotions and deliver that same emotion in a fashion that will cause him to feel comfortable enough to give you those emotions in return. There are a plethora of women like that. Just like there are a plethora of men who can't express their emotions because they was always taught they weren't able to.
Mm.
I agree. And I think that's a good comparison. I don't have a debate.
I think
I
it has
mean,
a lot to do with different situations too, because certain things that a woman might do that will cause a man to become emotional and say, let's see, what am I trying to say? It's like the man will, con- I guess, hold a grudge towards that woman for hurting him or making him feel as emotional as he does. But when it comes to a man hurting the woman or making her feel some kind of way about something, she can forgive sometimes and forget and move on, or he'll try to encourage her, how apologetic he is, but it's like supposed to just be like swept under the rug.
I
I'll
also
dis-
feel that too.
I'll disagree with that. And I'll say like this: emotionally, we cannot, as men, take we dish out. Those are just facts.
Which makes you guys more emotional beings.
No, that doesn't mean we're more emotional. That means that we are far less likely to forgive. We're less forgiving. It has nothing to do with being less emotional, because we still feel those emotions. Um, we feel emotions so much so that we wouldn't forgive you. You know what I mean? So it's more along the lines of we feel betrayed. And even if some of us stay, it's not gonna last forever. And I don't know why that is, but we men can't take a certain level of betrayal, even if we dished it out first. I honestly don't know why that is. I just think we're just less forgiving in that aspect, especially from the emotional aspect. And I think it has a lot to do with because we don't know truly how to express those emotions of that, and we've never felt that sort of pain from anybody, we retreat from it because we were never taught to stand in it. We never taught to be able to communicate how we feel about it. So we find ourselves in a place of unforgiveness. I can't believe she did that. I don't know what to do. I can't believe she did that. And we back out hot. And yes, we are still at times going to be more emotional because we haven't processed that sort of pain or those sort of uh, emotions. So we don't know how to feel other than upset and other than betrayed.
Mhm.
And we confused, like, why would she do that? Uh,
But it's not only, I think it's not only that, because as I hear you guys talk, I've worked in like social justice for many years, as you guys know, and working with survivors of domestic violence and people who choose harm. It could be male or female, but I'm going to use the example here where the person who chooses harm is a man. They are very emotional beings if we're humanizing them. It gets so emotional that they have to be abusive to someone because they don't know how to regulate their own emotions. There's no excuse for being violent with anyone or controlling with anyone. But a lot of that stems from like childhood trauma.
Mhm.
Again, I agree wholeheartedly. But again, like I think that has a lot to do with being told you're not supposed to have those emotions. Being told that if you have those emotions, you're soft, you're weak, you're a punk. You gotta you gotta walk it off. You're not supposed to cry. You're not supposed to feel that way. So they don't know how to release them. They don't know who to release them to. So they release them upside her head, which is some sucker shit, or they run through a wall, or punch a hole in the wall, or punch a hole in the car, or break some glass, some extra shit like that, because they don't know how to maneuver in their emotions because they were told their whole life they weren't supposed to have them.
Mhm.
Or they learn from other people how that's how you regulate your emotions.
But that's because they also didn't know how to do
Mhm.
it. That's or were told that this is how you regulate your emotions. You know what I mean? Like men and women both, if you aren't emotionally intelligent to first be able to recognize the emotions you're having. Know that it's okay to feel those emotions, but be able to control how those emotions make you react is a fool's folly. Like I study Stoicism, and in Stoicism, it tells you to feel all those emotions, feel them all, feel every last one of them. But you also don't have to react to them to where it negatively affects you. You can channel that into something positive, but it takes time and it takes practice and it takes the want to.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I don't recommend anybody to jump out the window and think they're going to get it off the top. Well, this, because I didn't. And every now and then I still don't. But I think by me studying Stoicism a lot during our separation, it helped me to, one, not only hold myself accountable but two, be able to regulate my emotions and be able to communicate my emotions effectively, as well as hold somebody else accountable, whether they want to hold themselves accountable or not. I've already told my truth, and if they don't want to live in it, that's on them. I can't make them.
Well,
I'm gonna go put my kid to sleep because he's walking out here bored.
thank you for joining us, Imani. Thank
Thank you
Absolutely.
for
you.
having me.
Mm-hmm. And
Like he said,
we'll
hey,
chat with you later.
somebody do something with me. I'm just out here with it.
Just walking out here.
Check
Look
this
at
out.
him.
Yeah, no, nothing ain't no one ain't nothing over here. Let me just look over here and see if anything new has transpired in the 13 seconds I was here a minute ago. 13 seconds I was here.
Mm. All right. We'll see you.
Appreciate you sliding through.
Hopefully you join another show another time.
Yes.
Now we have your email. We can send you the links.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
All right.
All right, later. And for all my homeboys
So,
that said you
oh
was
my
gonna
God.
join the show, I want you to understand. Count your days.
Oh my gosh. What?
Count
I
your,
mean,
count your bloody days.
so the moral of tonight's show,
Count your days.
love isn't just about how you give it, it's about how how it's received. And so we
Count your days.
again thank you for tuning in. And we will see you on the next show next week.
Count your days.
Have a good night.
Count.